We are live.
What's going on, everybody? I'm James Walmer, and joining me today is Vincent DeSantis for this week's episode of Checkpoint. This is your number one weekly gaming news roundup podcast. That's not a tagline because we still don't have one yet, but we'll roll with it, okay?
We'll roll with it. We're
Finn,
going with it.
Here's what matters. How you doing? That's what matters.
James, we are less than 7 days away from the we are 7 days away from the PlayStation 5.
Wow.
And that's all that
Do you
matters.
think you're going to get your PS5 in 7 days?
There's not a damn chance. Not a chance. I think it's going to come out a couple days afterwards, just because that's the kind of world we live in. We live in a society.
You can't have everything, especially in COVID world.
That's right. But you guys,
nice
next gen starts next Tuesday with the release of the Xbox. I'm stoked.
Wow.
All the news has been leading to this. The excitement has been leading to this. It's been a lot. For the better.
What you been playing?
It's been a really weak week for games.
I hear you, dog.
It's been a weak week. You know what I mean? Yeah.
A week.
Yeah, I just haven't been playing much. I just haven't been able to play much.
Yeah.
We got a little comment in chat says, "Welcome to the best podcast in the world." That's a good tagline. Thank you for that, RKC. Yeah. How about you? What have you been playing? Actually, I played some Destiny today. That's
right. You got Destiny in. That was fun. I thought you were gonna be playing Disc Jam, but
I wish.
Alas, can't.
We'll get it in.
I think I might have played some Overwatch last week, but I'm not really sure. It all just kind of muddles together in my head because I love the game so much, but I hate myself when I'm playing. She's my toxic girlfriend. Anyway, I played Persona 5 yesterday. I was in the morning and I didn't have anything to do, so I was like, I'll get a little morning Persona 5. And so I played for like 45 minutes and it was incredible.
Good. I'm happy for you, James. You need some more game time.
I do need some
in
more
this busy life.
It's good for me.
It is good for you.
It's good for the soul.
Okay. This is it.
Then, without further ado, let's get into it.
We've had a large embargo lift this morning.
Huge. And we have another one tomorrow morning.
Is it really? The PlayStation 5 review is
Yes, that is the PlayStation 5 review embargo lifts tomorrow morning.
Wow.
So, everybody.
Oh my god.
Get your Twitters, get your Reddits, get your YouTubes.
Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's probably already live.
That's right. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're already in it. Oh, that reminds me. Don't forget to plug social media. Everybody, if you haven't already, join the Discord down below. Subscribe to our YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch. And are we officially affiliate now?
We are affiliate. We don't have the paperwork filled out, but we're affiliate.
Okay, but we are affiliate.
On Twitch. Thanks to you guys. That was quick. That was amazing.
Thanks, everybody.
You guys popped off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, thank you guys. Super sick.
Now,
okay,
let's get into the news.
All right, this morning, James, the Xbox Series X review embargo has been lifted. So, what do we get? Reviews from all the sites, all of this and all of that.
Including
Gene Parker.
Gene Park, sorry.
You said Parker.
I added an ER.
Wow.
Gene's Parkers.
So yeah.
Yep.
We're gonna go through some of the most notable, I guess, reviews, and just we want to give you guys a consensus of the critics, right? This is not in a lot of or any big consumers' hands. These are mostly the journalists and the video game outlets and such. Yeah. So I'll just start. You want to just flip off people?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just flip them off. Okay, perfect. Yeah. We're going to start off with Ryan McCafferty at IGN. Here's what Ryan has to say. I have to increase my font a little bit because I did this way too small. All right. These are quotes from their official reviews that are on their websites, and you guys can look at these too. But this is from IGN. This console makes few compromises, and even though there's no killer app out of the box that immediately screams, "This is next gen," after just a short while with it, going back to even an Xbox One X will be agonizing. We can only assume that the Xbox Series X will wow us with new and spectacular next-gen games eventually, because there isn't much to judge it on right now. But in the meantime, no matter what current games you throw at it, your loading times will be drastically cut, your frame rates will be smoother, and your resolutions will be higher. This bold and minimalistically designed box is quiet, compact for both the power it packs and especially how it compares to the PS5, capable and loaded with convenience features like instantly resuming and cycling between any of your recently played games. Compared directly to the PlayStation 5 specs, it flat out gives you more power for the same price. IGN slaps a little review score on here. They give the Xbox Series X an 8 out of 10.
Don't read the second one.
Don't read the second one. Don't read the second one? Okay, not yet?
It gave an Xbox Series S review score, and we're going to talk about that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So there you go. That seems overwhelmingly positive from IGN besides the lack of games. There's no exclusives. Yeah. It did not launch with any exclusives.
No.
Because Halo Infinite got delayed.
Which is tough.
Very
and I
tough.
think it's the first for Xbox.
It's
I don't think they've launched a
horrible.
console without a system seller exclusive.
Right. I think it's bad. There's even a giant Master Chief on the box. Like a Halo Infinite Master Chief on the box. See it. You really do.
Reminder.
But what's exciting is that Quick Resume really works. And we're going to be able to play games in 4K at 60 frames per second on next gen. And like that that's a real thing that's going to happen, which is so sick. We're like a week from it. All right.
Jason Schreier from Bloomberg says the Xbox Series X is billed as the most powerful video game console ever made. But with a meager lineup of games this year, that promise won't mean much for a while. But getting a video game console at launch is all about the possibilities. That is especially true for these new Xbox systems. For now, it's only worth the purchase for those who really want to experience games on the highest end console possible, or those who didn't buy a console last decade and want to catch up. His verdict is hold off.
Right.
I think the tagline for this review was next gen, not yet.
Right. But he
next
has
gen isn't.
In his full review, he says that you can see the power. Like, it is more powerful, and it's visibly, you can see that, right? But without the games to actually make use of all the features on the new Xbox, there's no reason to get it right now.
The question remains, but what for?
But what for? But also, not in his review, but another review that I don't have cited here, they said that buying a console is like investing in something. It's like, so even it might not have a return right now, but it might have a return later. But I just don't think that really works with video game consoles in general, because you're paying what you get for right off the bat. And if you're not getting what you're getting for that money at the beginning, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. So, and I've had a conversation with a lot of people recently that are not going to get it at launch. People that I thought were going to get it at launch because of the lack of games and such at the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah. So we will see. We will see. This next one comes from Michael Higman at GameSpot. So this is GameSpot's overall Xbox Series X review. Overall, the Xbox Series X is a fantastic, straightforward console that still has a ton of potential to unlock. It's focused on being the best version of hardware to make the most of an existing Xbox ecosystem. Until console exclusive games come out, you won't necessarily be gated from accessing any content Xbox is offering if you don't buy it right away. Holding off until you start seeing more games make the most of the system's potential is a fair and smart move, and nothing really screams out as a killer app for the Xbox Series X right now. So again, positive, but not positive enough for them to be screaming at you to go get it right now, because there's no games. I think
overall console sales are going to suffer for the Series X because of this holiday season.
So I had to give myself a quick look at this, because I was explaining to someone right before the show about that doesn't know a lot about consoles or not very much into gaming. They wanted to know.
I was talking to my mom.
No, no, it was someone else. Just kidding. No, it was. So they were asking what the sales were for Sony compared to Microsoft, and like how that looked last generation. And I was explaining how I don't think that's going to change that much. So PlayStation 4 sold 113 million units as of January 2020, whereas the Xbox One X sold anywhere from 30 to 60 million. They won't give a number since January 2020. That's like half. That's,
and you look at the pre-orders and the numbers for, the pre-order numbers for the new consoles.
Yeah.
And there's so many more people who have PS5s pre-ordered than Xbox pre-ordered.
What, like IGN said 90% of the next gen consoles pre-orders are PlayStation 5s.
Yes.
That's insanity. That is insane.
And that's only going to set the trajectory.
Sure.
Because then you have more people whose friends are going to go out and buy PS5s, because the initial amount of people, the initial pool is greater.
Right. That's an interesting thought too. Because It's always better when it's like a close competition, not competition, but very close race.
Mm-hmm.
It does not feel like a close race.
Competition.
It's close competition, does not feel like a close race by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited about Xbox's features.
I'm not.
Why? Like, what are you not excited about?
I just feel like there's nothing like overly like next gen about Xbox besides processing power.
What about the quick resume? What about like all that kind of stuff?
It's okay. Like I just don't think of that's not something that I really look forward to. I have
The
no
load
problem
times?
if games boot up fast.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm able to go between game to game to game because oftentimes I'm not going from game to game to game.
Sure.
Unless the only like situation in which I can think that's really like helpful for me is if I'm waiting in like a Call of Duty lobby for like to find a match to matchmake and I want to pop over and play like Binding of Isaac or a roguelike game and wait for my match.
Mm-hmm.
So then just boom back over. But also I have no idea when my match is gonna be match made. So I just feel like there's not a huge benefit to that. Like it's just convenience out of everything. But like, and this is like this is bias. But when I look at the PS5, I see more next gen features.
Like what?
Like specifically and majorly.
I'm playing devil's advocate controller. Here. Yeah.
Majorly in the DualSense controller.
Wait. Okay. Besides controller. Actually, I guess controller's a big factor in this. But besides,
I think the controller might like be the. I don't think you could just say like. I don't think you could just say, no, controllers don't matter, because the controller absolutely matters, especially when PlayStation is doing what they are doing with the DualSense controller.
Sure.
Because the DualSense is a pivotal part of the next generation experience for PlayStation.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the adaptive triggers. It's everything that allows the user to be more immersed in the experience.
Here's where I'm coming from with this then. I just don't see Xbox and PlayStation having enough. They don't have different features from each other. They both have a quick resume. They can both switch between games fast. They both have the SSD. Yes, the Xbox is more powerful. It has more teraflops. It has more of this, more of that, right? More storage space. But those aren't things that are make or break for me. More usable storage space, yes. Those aren't make or break things for me at all. I'm looking for features, and just like you said, as an example, the DualSense is a feature on the PlayStation 5 that is superior and next gen. Whereas, does Xbox have a next gen feature? I don't
think it's got the next gen feature. I think
what it does have, though,
Xbox is a glorified PC.
And that's what some of the reviews say. They have Game Pass. And that's it.
They do have Game Pass. That is a very compelling part of the Xbox experience.
It is the most compelling, in my opinion, right?
I think so. And but here's the thing. I think if you don't need 4K, I think if you want to play exclusives, I don't know what exclusives you want to play, maybe Gears 5. If you want to play exclusives and you want access to Game Pass, then I think that's where the Xbox Series S comes in.
But James, what if I have a PC?
Then just play on PC.
Then why have an Xbox? I still don't get it. It's like the big.
I don't either.
It's the trump card. It's the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so my initial point was like, for people who do not own either like an older PC or they're like just a console.
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna go use that to springboard straight into Xbox Series X or Series S reviews.
Okay.
First one, I'm just gonna do a little I'm gonna keep it pretty brief because everyone pretty much knows what the Xbox Series S is about. It's not about being a whole next gen experience. It's about affordability. I guess like it's next gen at affordability.
Wait, right? Let's make the segue clear too. So we just talked about the Series X reviews, which were the Series X is Xbox's powerful beast. That's the one with the disc drive. That's the refrigerator looking guy. We are now talking about the Xbox Series S reviews, which are the discless, digital,
the white one,
less powerful,
like a cooking top.
Yeah. Okay. What do people have to say about that? Just because it's confusing when we say it back and forth.
And they sound similar too.
They sound way too similar. Yeah.
Ryan McCaffrey says the Xbox Series S has its place and could shine as a second console, but it's hard to recommend as your primary gaming platform due to its 1440p resolution and claustrophobic storage capacity.
Right.
7 out of 10.
That's a great score. For that quote, that's a great score. Yeah.
That's a good score.
I don't see the point of the Series S besides being a digital version for being less powerful.
I see the point for people who just don't have the money to spend. It's the budget option.
Here's where this option shines, in my opinion. If you don't have a PC, you don't have a console, but you want to get into gaming in general, right. I would totally recommend the Xbox Series S. If you're not a hardcore and you haven't already started gaming already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's it. I can't think of another situation. Or if you have a PS5, right? I'm thinking like probably in a few months. If you already have a PS5 and you're just dying to play some of those Xbox exclusives that don't really exist. There you go. Yeah.
Then like be like, oh well, like I'll pay. It's like buying a Switch.
Yep. That's fair. Someone's gonna buy this. Someone's gonna be a Sony fanboy, right? And they're gonna buy this just to play Halo with a couple buddies.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's true. That works. That works for them. And I'm sure they can find this on sale by the time Halo Infinite comes out, because I think we're gonna be another 2 years off.
Absolutely.
And like
100%.
2022, I think that baby's coming out.
You really think so?
I'm gonna guess beginning of 2022. There's no way,
I'll
dog.
say end of 2021.
There's no way.
I don't think they can put it off for 2 more years.
Well, I mean, at this point, that's only a year and a half.
End of 2022 is
beginning of 2022.
Oh, beginning of 20. Okay, I'll say end of 2021.
All right, somebody clip it. Let's make the bets. Let's place the bets.
Make the bets. All right, you want to take this next one?
This is James. This is your boy.
Xbox. Okay, you're right.
I have to give it to you.
I messed up his name earlier, so I don't know. Is he?
You got it. This is your redemption.
Gene motherfucking Park from the Washington Post.
That's right.
The boy. This is what he says. This is quite a detailed review, by the way. I scrolled through. It took me a while.
Yeah.
To just get to the bottom of this bad boy.
Most of his work is pretty in-depth.
Aesthetics. He goes through storage. He goes through UI, the OS, gameplay experience. Very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this is what he says. The appeal of the Series S seems smaller initially, at least when it comes to core gamers. You have to be comfortable with the idea that not every game may hit 60 frames per second. You have to really love the idea that loading games faster is enough of a reason to upgrade. So far, it loads just as fast as the Series X. I have to overemphasize.
Yes.
But your games just won't look quite as good. At $300, the console is attractive in both price and design. However, at $300, the console is is attractive in both price and design. However, However is at the end of a sentence. Throw me off every time. The Series S is clearly the budget console, and it's hard not to think of it as a half measure into the next console generation. Xbox CEO Phil Spencer said he feels confident the Series S will sell better over time, and he's likely right. After all, the older, cheaper iPhone XR was 2019's best-selling smartphone. I almost said fart phone.
Fart phone. Almost there.
But phone consumers are not core consumers. Sorry, not core game consumers. And fear of missing out may be stronger in the gaming community than for people who just want a decent phone. And then he says, storage is a core concern with only 364 gigabytes usable.
That's Call of Duty and an indie game.
Yep.
That's that. Like, that's it. Yeah. I mean, my thoughts are what we just talked about before this for the Series S.
Yes.
All right, we got one more review from Polygon. Oh, 2 more. This one's from Polygon from Maddie Myers. And she says, if you're like I was at age 19, you have a decent laptop, a friend's hand-me-down monitor, and a desire to play the next Halo on the next Xbox.
In 2022.
In 2022. If only it didn't cost so much. You care about frame rates and resolution, but mostly you want a fun toy that lets you play a lot of cool games, including new and upcoming ones. Maybe you can afford to pay $299 right now, and after several months of saving up, you'll grab the $219 extra storage. But you can't justify spending $500 on the bigger Xbox right out of the gate, especially if you want to be able to afford an ongoing Xbox Game Pass subscription. If that sounds like you, and you also can't remember the last time you needed a disk drive, then you're the target market for the Xbox Series S. And she hit the nail on the head.
Can we mention how good the Xbox Series S looks, though?
I think it looks great. I think the white looks great. I think the black design.
I even like the little black circle on it.
And it is really small. Like, it can fit.
It's tiny.
It fits anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Maddie nailed it. Just like we were talking about, it has a very niche audience, but I think it'll hit that audience well.
I absolutely think it will as well. This last little article comes from Dan Ackerman. I just took his, he's from CNET, and I just took his likes and dislikes about it.
Yeah.
Just to keep it short and succinct.
Sure.
Likes. It's the least expensive new console since the Xbox 360. It has an easy app-based setup, wide-ranging ecosystem from cloud gaming to Game Pass, and you can stream media at 4K.
That's good. That's how it should be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dislikes. Game resolution tops out at 1440p, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
It loses the optical audio output,
which we also lose. We also lose that on PlayStation 5.
That's an F.
It's a huge F.
What is the implications of that?
Just to give one example.
What would you use optical audio for?
That can go right into a sound system, like a 7.1, like a direct connection. It sounds better than going through the TV. Or for instance, like this headset that I have has a little wireless DAC, and so I can plug that PS5 via optical into there, and I can plug my PC into that same thing. But now that I lose optical, I have to plug them both into USB, and there's only one USB slot, so I need to figure out like a solution for that. It sucks. Optical is the way to go still.
Yeah.
For high fidelity sound in general.
Sure.
Keep going. Sorry.
No, it's all good. In addition, limited next-gen library at launch, and the user interface remains cluttered.
It's basically the same interface as the last Xbox, which was heavily criticized, but heavily improved after launch because it was rough for a while.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was terrible at launch.
Yeah. There it is. There's the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S reviews. Am I jumping the gun by saying that there will be some of our own reactions of these consoles on the Strictly Casual channel soon?
Absolutely not.
No. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Then you want me to take this next one?
Yeah, do it. We got a lot more news for you guys today. We got a loaded episode.
Also, shout out to Vin for just blowing up the news this week.
Yeah. Hey, I had like an hour yesterday, so I just busted them out. It's all good.
Dude. You're the man.
Dude, you took the most of it last week, so it is what it is.
All right, that's fair. What were you gonna say before we got into this, Vin?
No idea. Absolutely no idea.
Great. PlayStation 5 will not be available in store at launch. This comes from Sid Schumann, Sony Interactive Entertainment Content Communications from the PlayStation blog. I don't know if that means content communications creator or developer, but
it's probably
the title is Content Communications at PlayStation blog.
Okay.
Launch day sales will be online only this year, so please plan ahead. And it's a short article, so I'm just going to read the whole thing. It says, hi all, the launch of the PlayStation 5 console on November 12th or November 19th, depending on your region, is almost upon us. In the interest of keeping our gamers, retailers, and staff safe amongst COVID-19, today we are confirming that all day of launch sales will be conducted through the online stores of our retail partners. No units will be available in-store for purchase on launch day, which is November 12th or November 19th, depending on your region. Mm-hmm. Please don't plan on camping out or lining up at your local retailer on launch day in hopes of finding a PS5 console for purchase. Be safe, stay home, and place your order online.
Now, James.
Gamers who have...
Sorry, I cut you off mid-article again.
You're good.
Again.
Please do.
If this was a year ago, before the coronavirus, and all that kind of stuff, I would have loved to camp out to get my PlayStation 5. Are you kidding me? That's like what? That's half the fun.
We talked about it. We talked about it.
It's really sad that we're gonna have to wait now to get. It's just gonna show up on my doorstep. Where's the fun in that? There's a lot of convenience. That's a big first world problem right there. Yeah. Sorry. Continue. Just had that thought.
You're good. Let's see. Gamers who have pre-ordered for pickup at their local retailer should still be able to do so at their desired appointment time under the retailer's safety protocols. Please confirm the details with your local retailer. And a special thank you to our entire gaming community for your continued support this year. Here's to the next generation of gaming.
Cheers.
In response to this, Walmart.com will offer the PS5 on their website on the console's November 12th US release date. This comes from Onus Good at Polygon. Mm-hmm. It'll be available at 4 standard times on launch day. 12 p.m., 3, 6, and 9 p.m. Eastern. Both standard and digital models will be available, and the Series X will also be available for purchase through Walmart.com November 10th.
Yeah. I think this is cool. I think this is a good way to do it, so that their websites don't crash or anything. There's a lot of things.
This is what should have happened with the initial PlayStation 5.
And that's the T, sis. That's the T.
That's the T.
Absolutely.
This is the Dr. Evil.
Yeah. You know what I was going for.
Don't have gang signs.
No, that ain't it. All right, next up, this is the most interesting thing to me. I've been fascinated by this. I've tried to read as much as I possibly could about this because it's just crazy to me.
There's a lot behind this. I'm glad you read about this.
All right. Sony legal threat compels PS5 faceplate company to cancel all their orders. This comes from James Batchelor at gamesindustry.biz. Sony has taken legal action against a peripherals manufacturer that was selling custom faceplates for the upcoming PlayStation 5 console. CustomizeMyPlates.com, previously known as PlateStation 5, has canceled all orders.
Great name.
And pulled its range from sale. The company was offering unofficial faceplates for the PlayStation 5 in a range of colors following a Sony video showing the official white plates can be removed. It was working with manufacturers in UK and China to build the plates based on the official released PlayStation 5 speculations and aimed to ship the first products to customers within 2 weeks of the console's upcoming launch. I'm getting tripped up big time here, boys.
It's okay.
Here comes a quote. After only a day of our website being live, Sony's lawyers asked us to change our name due to trademark infringements, a spokesperson said. We thought this switch would be enough to keep everyone happy, and honestly, we're hoping so since we were already underway with our product development. But then, Sony's lawyers told us that it was their opinion that Sony's intellectual property extended to the faceplates, and that if we continued to sell and distribute them in any country, we would end up in court. The spokesperson confirmed that in the process of canceling and refunding all orders, adding, "We are extremely disappointed about this, but we have no other option."
Dang.
I'll give you the abridged version right now. I'll give you the Vinny D Plus, right? Here we go.
Wow.
Here we go. A smart businessman sits at home and watches the PS5 being taken apart when PlayStation released their video. They come up with the great idea of, I'm going to 3D print these bad boys and sell them for $50 a piece, okay? In a wide range of colors and different things like that. So he immediately gets with his other buddy, okay? And him and his buddy are like, all right, let's put up a website. And so they do. And guess what? They start selling orders before they even have a product. Okay, that's just what they do. And they're like, you know what? Let's change our name from Customize My Plates to PlateStation 5. Just getting real closer. Just getting real closer to the Sony itch right there. And then Sony's like, no, we're canceling you. And they're like, okay, probably a good idea. If Sony sues us, we have no money to go to court. So that's fine. It's over now. And now this company is doing decals. So if you want a PlayStation 5 decal, it's a sticker. That is not copyright, apparently. But the plates are copyright infringement.
And it wasn't just the name. It was the plates themselves that were copywritten.
Right. Yes.
Gotcha.
Now, there have, like, the dimensions for the PlayStation 5 plates are out there. So we've already seen, like, I've seen real models of them being slapped on the PlayStation 5. Like, I've seen silver ones that look awesome, like, in person.
I saw, like, a matte gray one that was really cool.
Oh, I've seen the black one. It looks great, too. I'm definitely going to change my plates out eventually, but I like the white a lot. But who knows? We'll see. It's pretty awesome. I just thought this was a hilarious story.
I will never put a sticker on my PlayStation 5 because I don't trust myself with lining up a sticker.
But plates, though, that's cool because I could switch them out.
Plates are cool.
There's no commitment. But a sticker, there's a commitment.
Question is, where are you going to put the plates?
It's a lot of place to store plates. I don't know, man. That's a good question. Where am I going to put the PS5 is the next question. You know, I don't even know. Beats me. Beats me. James, you want me to take this next one?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So here we go. Just a couple hours before we started this episode, Call of Duty released their roadmap of their upcoming Black Ops game and how everything is going to work together and play nice with each other. All right. And this is actually this is pretty exciting because the game comes out literally next week and we have no idea how these games are working together. We've just been told they're working together. So first off, they gave us the roadmap for Black Ops, which is pretty cool. So the game comes out November 12th, which is next Tuesday. And on November 24th, only like a week and a half after the game comes out, we're getting Nuketown 1984, baby. Their 5th iteration of Nuketown, and I'm a sucker. I will play it, and I will love it. Okay, and that's it in November. That's all you get. You get one map in November, but it's Nuketown, and people will play the heck out of it. I know I will.
Yeah.
Season 1 of Call of Duty Cold War, starts December 10th. And that brings more multiplayer maps and modes, 2v2 gunfight coming back, baby. The best part of Modern Warfare. We get new weapons, new zombies modes, a lot more like costumes and content and skins and all that kind of stuff. And then we get the Warzone integration. And this is where it gets very interesting, James. Right now, Warzone is a separate entity. There's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, there's Call of Duty Warzone, and there's Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Those are 3 separate entities.
There's too many.
Correct. But what they've explained right now is that there will be one battle pass for all of these games.
Very convenient.
From Modern Warfare and the brand new Black Ops and Warzone. All of the guns from both games will play together in Warzone, but they won't play together in each other's multiplayers.
Right.
Okay. Here's where I'm just going to go down. These are the main points that Activision wants to get across to the people. For the first time in Call of Duty history, Season 1 brings universal and synchronized player progression that works between Black Ops Cold War, Modern Warfare, and Warzone. Black Ops Cold War progression builds on a familiar and similar path to Modern Warfare while incorporating an innovative prestige system, giving you more challenges and earnable content. Prestige is coming back, baby. Let's go.
We'll get more info on that tomorrow.
Yes.
So keep an eye out.
There you go. Which is today if you're watching on YouTube. At the start of Season 1, expect every weapon from Modern Warfare and new weapons from Black Ops Cold War to be accessible in Warzone, including blueprints and camo variants. Mix and level up weapons both in Warzone and the game the weapon originated from. At launch, take any operator you've unlocked in Modern Warfare or Cold War into Verdansk, including any earnable and unlockable skins. So all your characters, all the skins that you purchased in Modern Warfare because they made so much freaking money off that, will carry over. You will be able to play them in Warzone still. The Battle Pass system continues, with Season 1 coming loaded with brand new content for Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. Progress through the Battle Pass system by playing any of the 3 games. Battle Pass content you unlock is shown in-game no matter what game you're playing. Cross-play, cross-progression, cross-generation, cross-title access.
Nice. A lot of crosses.
A lot of crosses. Okay?
Cross.
We love it.
Yep.
So that's it. I'm excited to play zombies. I'm not really excited to play anything else about the new one, but I feel like it's time. It's time to bring it back.
I'm still not buying this game.
James, you said that about Modern Warfare right when it came out.
You're right. Right when it came out, that's what I said. But also, people are saying that Modern Warfare's multiplayer is significantly better than Black Ops.
It is. I've played Cold Wars.
Cold Wars.
I've played Cold Wars multiplayer twice. It's 2 steps backwards.
Yeah, I hate to see it. I'm here for the multiplayer. Not necessarily for Warzone. I'm here for multiplayer.
Okay. And if it's not doing it for you, then it's not doing it for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I respect it.
Yeah. Sorry. Next up, Days Gone PS5 upgrades include dynamic 4K and 60 frames per second. The Days Gone PS5 enhancements will let you ride through the freaker-infested wasteland at a higher frame rate and resolution. Sony's Bend Studio unveiled its next-gen plans for its open-world PS4 action game on the developer's official Twitter account. According to Bend, the enhancements include support for up to 60 frames per second with a dynamic 4K. Sorry, this is worded weird.
No,
it's a dynamic 4K, dynamic meaning that it will shift up and down from 4K resolution to maintain consistent performance, depending on how demanding the current scene is. So, I think what that means is more zombies on screen, lower resolution it's going to get.
Yeah.
You'll also be able to take your saves with you from PS4 to PS5 as well, so you can pick up right where you left off in a campaign or in New Game Plus. Days Gone will be a part of the PlayStation Plus collection along with more than a dozen other games, meaning you'll be able to play it for free on PS5 as long as you stay subscribed. Other included games such as God of War will also run at 60 frames per second and neatly transfer their saves. So it looks like the ideal place to play the best PS4 games will soon be PS5.
Let's go. Let's go. I mean, what's more to ask? I can't wait to play Days Gone.
Wait to play Days Gone.
Throughout the last year, I've considered picking up on multiple different occasions, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm glad I didn't, because seeing that PlayStation event and showing that Days Gone was going to be free if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, I'm all in, baby. I'm all in. I can't wait to try it. I've heard I'm missing out, and I'm fine. I can't wait. I'm getting in the loop now. Getting in the loop. All right, next up, Among Us, a very popular game right now, is getting an account system and a bigger map. This comes from James O'Connor at GameSpot. Among Us has a new update, and while it's fairly minor, the patch notes highlight some huge additions coming in future patches. The latest Steam update promises some big changes around the corner, including a new map and persistent player accounts that will make matchmaking easier. Thank God. The last update includes some fixes and the option to vote anonymously, but the really big changes are down the track. When accounts come to the game in December, players will be able to better track their progress and eventually create friends lists.
That's going to be nice.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is. Instead of typing in a code every 5 seconds, dude, I swear, one person ends the game, you got to type in a new code. It's infuriating. All right. Additional translations and localizations are in the work, as well as colorblind support. This current patch has a first pass for colorblind support, but more work is underway. The thing to get excited about is definitely if it tracks how many times you've been the imposter, how many kills you get, like that kind of thing. That's like a little bit of a competitive aspect. Yeah, all the stats. And then friends list. That's great. That is so great.
Just see your boy Boba's over there playing a game. Oh, I'm going to hop in. Oh, I'll join a queue for the next game.
I might. There you go.
There you go.
It's pretty cool. I like that.
I like it too. Probably I don't play enough Among Us to really care about it, but also cool quality of life improvements.
Exactly.
PS5 reportedly has just over 650 gigabytes of usable storage space. Now, I think we knew this. We touched on this a little while back. Maybe it was just a rumor. But the PlayStation 5 launches in just over a week on November 12th. What'd you say, Vin?
I said it's confirmed now.
It's confirmed now. But Sony still hasn't concretely stated just how much of the SSD will be available for you to install games on. According to at least one leak of the system information from a PS5, it's going to be just over 650 gigabytes. The PlayStation 5 ships with a custom 825 gigabyte SSD, but not all of that will be available will be free for game installations. The console's operating system needs some of that space from the get-go. That's why a screenshot from a video showing the PS5's game or system menu, shared by noted leaker Okami13 and reported by GamesRadar, displays 648 gigabytes free out of a total 667 gigabytes, which could include the space required for the free Astro's Playroom install. Excuse me.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to play it either. That's less than the Xbox Series X, but that was always likely to be the case considering the PS5's smaller SSD overall. The Xbox Series X ships with a 1 terabyte SSD, with its operating system reducing available storage down to 802 gigabytes. That means the PlayStation 5's OS is slightly more efficient when it comes to space required, but still doesn't leave you with a lot of room for large game installations like Warzone.
Yep.
Vin, what's your note?
My note is don't forget expandable storage. It's there. It can be done. That's my note.
All right. Also, don't forget that PS5 won't support SSD storage expansion at launch. Mark Cerny said this in his original tech overview for the console. So I know some people were getting butthurt about it, but this has been the case from the beginning.
And even worse, people have been buying SSDs thinking it's going to work on their PlayStation, but there's no guarantee yet.
No.
So don't waste your money. Save your pennies. That list, I assume, will be out in a couple months. Maybe a month. And then get that expandable storage.
I'm going to say January at the latest.
January at the latest? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That, yeah.
Think that's a little too soon?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's just, I think there's no big games coming out in January. I feel like they're going to release that before they release a bunch of games. Like, they'll release what storage is expandable.
That's fair. What about Ratchet and Clank? That's supposed to come out holiday.
That's true, but I'm assuming that's going to be like a 50 gigabyte maximum game.
Fair.
We'll see.
All right. Time for the best part of the show, the stories without a story. Random fun stuff.
Let's go, baby.
Finn, start us off.
Number 1, Pokemon Go reaches $1 billion in revenue.
Huge.
That's a lot of money. A lot of people still playing Pokemon Go.
It's a lot of dough.
It's a lot of dough.
Ratchet and Clank is on PS5 only, not PS4, which makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, with all their world stuff, all their world transitioning. Godfall is a PlayStation exclusive for approximately 6 months, which is not that long. I thought that was going to be longer. Or forever.
Godfall also got a launch trailer this week.
It looks okay.
It looks okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty.
It is pretty.
That's about all I can give it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Spider-Man Miles Morales launch trailer, which had Jaden Smith's music in it, and it made it very cool. The graphics are amazing. Even though that was a cinematic trailer, still amazing. I can't
Was it in-engine?
I gotta assume, right?
I guess so.
But maybe it's not. But all I know is that we only have 7 more days till I can play that game.
7 more days. Wow. Destruction All-Stars also gets a gameplay trailer. This is the game that comes out in February as a part of PlayStation Plus.
Yep.
Looks fine. It could be a lot of fun. I feel like I just have to play it to understand it.
Yeah. That's probably right. This is cool. Target is having a sale. Buy 2 next-gen games and get a next-gen game for free. So, if you're planning on getting 2 games, maybe don't buy them at Best Buy and buy them at Target so you can get an extra free game.
Vinny, what are you going to buy? What are your 3 runners?
Oh, gosh. It depends on what's available or what's eligible for this deal. But 100% It's going to be Miles Morales. This is also if I can buy it digitally. I don't really want to buy discs of these games. So this is going to be,
buy discs of these games.
This is going to be another question. But Miles Morales, there's nothing else launch day that I'm going to buy. I would say Demon Souls, but I can't. Because I don't know if I'm going to love it enough for $70 yet. If I can maybe get Cyberpunk, if you can pre-order Cyberpunk with that money, then I do that. And then for a free game, I'd get Call of Duty. Right?
Sure. My pick, we got Miles Morales, but we're going to get the full Peter Parker edition because you might as well take advantage of the free $70, right? Because you're going to be paying the same amount of money either way because you're not going to pay $50 and then $70 and get that doesn't work. So you're going to pay 2 games for $70, which is going to be Spider-Man Miles Morales, whatever. Do you remember what it's called?
What?
The edition with Spider-Man PS4 upgraded?
Ultimate Edition, I think.
Ultimate Edition, sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that. Demon Souls. And then I'm also going to try and get a Cyberpunk pre-order.
Yeah, there you go.
And then if I can't, I'm going to do Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh, yeah, I always forget about Valhalla, bro.
Even though I'm kind of anti-Assassin's Creed right now.
Why?
Just because I don't like the RPG stuff.
You gotta try Odyssey, man. You're not
I feel
gonna
like I
like
have to try Origins. I gotta try Origins.
But Odyssey was double as good as Origins.
See, Gene Park disagrees. Gene Park likes Origins and hates Odyssey.
I think that's a hot take. It's just strictly a hot take.
Thank you, Cheesy. I'm gonna do Origins first.
I don't know, guys, but Odyssey is so much more fun.
God, no, Vin, you like grinding. Shut up.
I don't like grinding.
I think you do. You put 100 hours into Odyssey.
90. I don't know, man. But I played Origins too, but nothing wanted me to. After I beat the story, I was done with Origins.
That's okay. That's what I'm gonna do with Valhalla anyway.
But for Odyssey, dude, I was like, give me more, baby, give me more. And then it was like all the mythical beasts and shit. It was so much fun.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
I played the first 15 minutes. I didn't like it.
You
Last
gotta
step
give it
on
more than that. On top of this, God, all right, here we go. Here we go. You guys, I tried playing this game right after I played Red Dead 2. Terrible mistake. I had to put it down, right? I had to put Odyssey down because I thought it was terrible compared to Red Dead 2. But then I picked Odyssey up about 6 months later, right? Fell in love with it. You just can't play too many open world games at the same time. It just doesn't work.
No, it's the combat that took me out of it for Odyssey. I didn't like the combat. If I don't like the combat, I'm out. That's why I like Dark Souls. That's why I like the Souls games, because everything feels so meaty. And then I went to Odyssey, and it feels like you're using rolls of toilet paper to hit people.
That's fine. That's fair. Valhalla is not doing much to change that, besides their hit registration, where it glitches when you're in there and then pulls it out. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
maybe it'll feel different on the DualSense.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of pressure to put on the DualSense. Something you haven't even touched yet.
I think the DualSense can handle the pressure. I really do.
Okay.
I'm putting a lot of faith in this controller, Vin.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We never even got to the last ticket on this.
Just play Assassin's Creed 3.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is available on EA Player, whatever it's called now, which means it's also available on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, you can play Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
This is slightly incorrect because it's not available until November 12th. You can preload it right now, but you can't play it yet. And it's only available on Game Pass on console, not PC.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Just to clear that up a tiny bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vin, do you have anything else to say before I end the episode?
I was gonna shoot the shit about next gen for a couple minutes, but we can end it up. It's fine.
Okay, we can. Let's shoot the shit. Let's shoot the shit.
I just want to know how you're feeling, James. The next episode, both consoles will be out and open.
Will I have my PS5? Probably not.
But hopefully, James.
Crossing fingers.
This is big. We've done 39 episodes of this show talking about these two next-gen consoles, and by episode 40, we're going to have them. They're going to be out. We might not have them. Man? What are we going to talk about next week?
No, I mean, once the consoles come out. It's been half of our coverage as next-gen consoles.
Oh, my God. We're going to have to get a little creative. We might have to introduce a new segment.
No, I think we'll have enough news.
We'll be good.
Games industry is always booming.
Yeah, it's always popping off. You know what I mean? Okay, I guess that was it. I just wanted to reminisce a little bit, James. Take a look back at all of our accomplishments, okay?
All right.
I'm kidding. All right, episode 39, baby. Get hype. Woo! Next gen consoles, baby. We'll see you next week for episode 40, which we may or may not have our PlayStation 5s by then.
We'll see.
Big may or may not. Big time. But we'll see you next week. James?
See you next week.
Any closing words? Maybe?
Skate fast, eat ass.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. And on that note, peace out, everybody. If you're on YouTube, please click the link in our bio. Check our Discords and our social medias and all that stuff. If you're on Twitch, we'll see you in the post show. Peace out, everybody. If I can click. All right. Peace out.